Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. 5 years ago, a bridge collapsed in Minnesota. Today, a bridge collapsed on I-5 in Washington State. A support beam was bumped by a truck with an oversized load. I guess bumped is maybe not a big enough word. It was run into by a truck with an oversized load. And the whole bridge came down. Now it's still being investigated, so I could be jumping the gun here, but bridges are supposed to be able to withstand a hit on one support beam without collapsing. So it looks like this is another example of our crumbling infrastructure. Now, most of us thought that when the bridge in Minnesota got hit, well, it didn't even get hit, it just collapsed on its own weight. Well, we thought that that would be a wake-up call and Congress would do something. But Congress did what it does best, which is pretty much nothing. And if you think Congress is going to spring into action after this event, well, dream on. Now, anybody with half a brain knows that the Republicans were never really serious about the deficit. It was just an excuse to prevent anything from being done. See, when people are serious about things like the deficit, they look for ways to save money. And let's face it, it's much cheaper to maintain a bridge than to replace it. And we have tons of roads, bridges, dams, water pipes, and Lord knows what else in dire need of repair. And we have thousands of people who are perfectly capable of doing the job. But it's just not being done. And putting those people to work would actually create growth in the economy and prevent these kinds of disasters. Now think about this. For the next 6 months or a year, traffic that used to flow across that bridge up in Washington State is going to have to find alternative routes. And this is Interstate 5. It is the major highway in that area. So now there's not only going to be the expense of replacing the bridge, but business is going to be hurt because traffic and problems getting to different places. The trucking industry is going to be hurt. It's going to be more expensive to ship things around that area. So it's kind of a double whammy for the economy of the state, which will have some impact on the economy of the nation. It's just like the sequester. For now, there is a temporary decrease in the deficit. But as the economy slows, those decreases will be wiped out. And eventually the deficit will actually increase. And this is stuff that desperately needs to be done, and the longer we delay it, the more expensive it will be when we finally get to it. And either we do it, or the time will come when a bridge collapsing will be an everyday event. It'll be so common it won't even make the news. Thanks for listening.